So welcome to my review of the Edifier TWS NB2 Pro. These are a revised version of the NB2, as in the Pro designation, which I've not tried unfortunately. And yeah, full disclaimer is these are actually sent out to me by Edifier themselves. So thank you very much for doing that. I was not paid to do this video and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, the NB2 Pro is a mid-level true wireless, so it's priced in the mid-range. And yeah, so information: hybrid ANC, dual mic noise cancellation, spatial audio, quick charge, AAC, and they do SBC as well. Roll swapping, so you can swap between them, so they work in stereo and mono. IP54 dust and waterproof basically protection. So it's 32-hour battery life. True wireless earbuds with active noise cancellation. They also do the ambient mode and hear through modes as well. And yeah, let's get into the video. So I'll just showing you what's on the actual box, like you just seen. Mine are the silver and black. You can get one which is a white colour variant, which I haven't seen in the flesh. So information, like it basically states on the front: true wireless earbuds with hybrid active noise cancellation, dual mics, 3-dimensional audio. I'll have to try that out. So 32-hour battery life basically in 2 hours after 15-minute quick charge. So a 15-minute quick charge will give you around 2 hours. User detection. So basically if you take one out your ear, it will pause the music, which is quite good. Ambient sound mode allows you to hear environments such as traffic or flight announcements. It does do that because obviously I've actually been using these already. And they do support the Edifier Connect app, which works fine as well, which I'll show you later on. I've tried the Android version. I don't know if there's a one for iOS. So Bluetooth power files, A2DP, AVRCP and HFP. Goes 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Sound pressure level 94 decibel. 90 decibels. Charge is 5 volt 1 amp. And the impedance is 24 ohms. And what it comes with, ANC on, you get 7 hours, then 18 with the case, and you get about 9 hours with the ANC off, up to 23. So kind of a difference. But obviously it depends if you use ANC on all the time or just in parts. So you get the earbuds themselves, case, cable, 3 pairs of tips, a storage bag, and a user manual. So I'll stop waffling on, and yeah, see what you get. So quite a nice case. Well, box. It's got the brand. It's pretty good. Oops. Obviously, I've been using them, but the earbuds and the case sits in there, and that sits around them. Just a bit of padding before I even get to the contents of that. So this is the actual case itself. Really slim profile, which is kind of good. There's a little lip there to help you open the case. So Type-C, that's red when it charges, and it goes out when it's charged. That's what they look like. To pair to another device, you hold that for a couple of seconds, and then you'll see pulse. So very straightforward. Just take one of these out. Focus. So there's L for left. You can see what they're like. They're actually quite a deep fit, and I will show a picture later how they fit on me, and that's what they look like. So you touch basically here where my finger is, that's the touch part of the actual earbuds. Obviously L, the other one says R. I'll show them later on. So let's see what you get in here. Some gel to help moisture. Brand Edifier there. Kind of a canvas material. It's a bit different to what I'm used to, but that's what you get. Actually a little bit bigger than I expected. So basically small and large and mediums should be the ones that are fitted, which is fine. Charge cable. Type-C, like which is good to see. Micro USB shouldn't really exist anymore, really. Warning, just a quick important safety information in a bunch of different languages, but that's what it says in English. And yeah, NB2 Pro, true wireless earbuds with active noise cancellation. It does recommend the app. Obviously, I've used the app on Android, it works perfectly fine. Or you can visit their website for the full manual, which is probably a good idea if you get stuck, but that's how it works. Information there, Bluetooth connection comes up as NB2 Pro. The functionality there, how to clear pairing, basically to reset them. In-ear detection, you could turn it on or off in the actual app. Function control, so you double click to go with ANC on, ambient and then off, then you triple click for like the other modes, which is spatial and game mode. I think 3 clicks to do that. And that's it, onto the languages. So yeah, I'll show you what they look like now. So yeah, just a better look with a clean table. So I'll show you the actual right one. There is no LEDs on them, which I like, gives it a clean look. So I'll just take one of these off. So kind of a different kind of shape, but the fit was actually fine. It's more of it's a deeper fit than I expect. So yeah, the touch section is in the middle, which is there. And obviously I will overlay now how they fit. Just a quick example how they fit. And yeah, so I'm going to show you the actual app now. Then after that will be a mic test and then actually on to the review. So yeah, so you're just seeing how they look on my ear. Saying the fit is actually okay, yeah, and on to the actual app now. So this is just the actual app, which I mentioned earlier. As you can see at the very top, it says the Edifier TWS NB2 Pro. So yeah, this is the actual Connect app. It's easy to find on the actual Apple on the Apple Store and on Play Store. Obviously, this is the Android version, and my phone is a Poco F2 Pro. So this is what it looks like when you first open it up. You can see at the top of the screen, my phone obviously is paired to it. Bring that down. Oops, my mistake. And yeah, that's what it looks like. As you see, I'm using the screen recorder to do it. And obviously you can show noise reduction, ambient sound, standard, spatial audio, game and app. Obviously that can overlay because it's kind of a widget. Anyway, as you see, it gives you the battery life of each one. You can pick noise reduction on and off. By default, it is turned on. So you can turn it on and off there. It's highlighted, very straightforward. Ambient sound, you can adjust it on the top right corner. It's set at 0, which is, it's technically on, but you just adjust the strength. So turn that off. Let's scroll across. And so you can change the audio, spatial audio, gaming mode if you want to. The bottom, it's kind of got a music player built in. Personally, I haven't tried that. Settings, top right corner. You can change the name of it. Mine is still version 1.0.0 firmware. The user manual, I'll just click that. So if you ever get stuck with anything, let's just click number 4 for user guide. Just tells you what to do. Obviously, a lot of it's very straightforward, so it's not a problem. Let's go back. So wearing detection, which is the middle one, if you click that, you can see pause it when they're removed. You can see there. Pause when music. Pause music when earbuds are removed. Play music when inserted. Or pause music when earbuds are removed. No action when inserted. So you can pick what you want. I've got this disabled just for testing. Obviously there's the different modes there. Factory settings if you want. Tap sensitivity. You can make it easier or less sensitive, which is kind of cool. Prompt tone level setting. by default I think it was 10. You can change, basically it's just the actual volume level of the tones. And let's click mine, comes up like that, device supported. So this is just a list of everything they support. It also, as you can see there, W820NB, which is what I also have for review, and it does work. I've already tried it with the app. So it just, as you can see, there's a few, it does support quite a few. View widgets, how you add the widgets, it's all there. FAQs, it's there. About us, version is 8.0.2. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. It's kind of basic. That's just that kind of website there. If you click discover, Mall, I think connects to their store. If you want to subscribe, close there. So yeah, let's go back. But yeah, that's it. So it's very straightforward. It doesn't show you the battery life of the case. You have to figure that out from the lights. But yeah, the functionality is there. As you say, mine don't have any firmware. I don't think there's been an update yet. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So this is a mic test of the Edifier NB2 Pro. I'm using them in stereo, so both at the same time. I am just speaking in a quiet room at a normal volume, as you would do with normal speech. I haven't changed any settings, or I'm not speaking loud. And this is just what it sounds like. I've not altered the audio. This audio will be raw, and that's it. So actually finally onto the review part. So like I shown earlier on, charge light, type C there. Let's open this up. That's just it will flash how many times the battery life's like and everything like that. Obviously you saw what these look like before. That's there, very small rugged shell. I've been using these for a few days and it works perfectly fine. And by accident I actually dropped one of the earbuds onto the ground and it still works fine. So they do seem quite reliable, even though it was an accident by me. So yeah, let's get on to battery life. So at the very beginning of the video I mentioned it was about 7 hours with ANC on and 18 hours with the case, and then 9 hours with ANC off and up to about 23 with the case. Obviously this varies obviously on volume level, how much you use the ANC and the ambient mode on and off, and gaming mode and things like that. Yeah, so battery life is perfectly fine, to be honest. These use AAC and SBC. I only tried them AAC only, and I've also tried them with my PC. Obviously earlier on I did the voice recording that I was capturing on my computer, and the microphone actually sounds quite good. I've used these on a call. They sounded clear, and to my end, and they said I sounded clear to them. So that's pretty good. The buttons, the ones you can't see, the ones that are in the middle. When you first use it, it takes a little getting used to, but you can adjust the sensitivity in the app, which I've shown you. And then if you do quite positive, it works fine. And it takes the actual button, like how you actually use the buttons, it looks very confusing. But yeah, it works fine. So a lot of things are double taps for whatever, or triple taps for like spatial audio mode, and the gaming mode is 3 taps. It's all very straightforward. If you've used True Wireless before, you'll get on perfectly fine, but it's just a little bit when you get used, you just have to get used to it, and then it's fine really. So yeah, signal strength was very good, pairing all good, no drops at all. Actually dropped once the signal did for a split second, so very stable really, so I can't really fault them at all. Comfort was actually quite good. You just have to get, it's a deeper insertion, but it's not too difficult at all. Just pick the right tips. You get small, medium and large, so it's all good. These don't have, so there's a couple of negatives. One negative is there's no multi-pairing, so you can't connect to like 2 devices at once, say like a laptop and a phone. So that's one negative. That depends, that may or may not affect you. So there's no previous track button or mode, which is kind of odd. Ultimately, to me, that's not a big deal, but to some people it might be. And yeah, that's really the only negatives that this actually has. Obviously, it's a mid-level price. This is around £79.99 on Amazon UK. And you do get what you pay for. Obviously, you do get an app. Yeah, so sound, before I keep waffling on, the sound of these is, to me, the same kind of V-shaped. I haven't seen a graph of these or anything like that. I may graph these at a later date. But it's not a bad V-shape like the upper mids and treble, where it's elevated. It's not too bad at all. It's not aggressive or nothing like that. It's a V kind of balanced signature, so it does have elevated low end, but it's not like massive or anything like that. It's enough for fun. It's a fun sounding elevation, so it doesn't like crazy bleed over into all the mids or nothing like that. It's enough for fun is basically the best way to describe it. So they're not lean, they're not crazy bass monsters. They've got enough low end. It's kind of fun low end. Vocals sounded very clear, female and male. Instrument separation seems fine, and the imaging as well sounds fine for that. Seems to work pretty good on big genre of music. I tried it with some Miley Cyrus. I tried some of my crazy dark side trance, and it worked perfectly fine with that. Tried with some normal trance. Tried with some Katy Perry, and some other bits and pieces of music. Seems to work fine. But yeah, it's kind of a safe tuning. It's kind of consumer tuned, so it'll cover a lot. I think a lot of people's bases. But overall, I was actually quite happy with the sound quality. Yeah, sound quality is actually perfectly fine. And I think that's it. Build quality seems good. So the overall sound is I'm perfectly happy with, and the functionality when you actually get used to all the button presses. As you say, for calls, microphone sounds perfectly fine. You can use these also as a positive in single or mono, which is quite good. And I think that might be pretty much it. But yeah, they do have a V-shaped sound, but it's not really aggressive or nothing like that, so it's not too bad at all. And yeah, just a couple of hours to charge up. Good build. They seem to look exactly the same as the non-Pro model, which unfortunately I haven't tried. And I think that's pretty much it. Also, the isolation without the actual active noise cancelling is actually pretty good as well. They do use, I think, a single DD. I haven't tried game mode, unfortunately, because I don't have I don't game on my cell phone. But I did have a friend of mine try it once on his phone, and it seems to work fine. It gets it down, I think, to 80 millisecond of latency. And yeah, I'll probably end the video right here. But so yeah, the only negatives really is there's no multi-pairing, and there's no previous track, which is kind of weird. And yeah, there's anything as usual. Anything in particular you want to know, just let me know in the comments. I think I've gone over absolutely everything I can think of, and yeah, they're quite a good pair really. I can't really fault them really. These kind of make the Jabra models look like overpriced, because the Jabra models, like the 75T, 85T, to me they're not really that much better than these, and they're over twice the price. But yeah, anyway, so thanks for watching. Take care.